Born with characteristics that astonished the world, they faced curious stares and challenges few could understand. But behind that difference are stories of resilience, dreams, and the strength to overcome all limitations. In today's video, let's explore the real journeys of some of the world's most extraordinary people, where difference isn't a weakness, but something that makes them uniquely valuable. If you enjoy these inspiring stories, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications to join us in future videos. From an early age, Sain Mumtaz realized that his life was different from many people around him. Born in Pakistan with a rare medical condition that caused his appearance to be unique, he often attracted attention whenever he appeared in public. Curious looks and unfair judgments became challenges he had to face along the way. However, instead of allowing those experiences to make him hide from the world, Sain gradually learned to accept himself and find confidence in who he truly was. As Sain's story reached more people, he decided to use that attention to share a more meaningful message. He opened up about his life to help others understand that behind every different appearance is a person with their own emotions, thoughts, and dreams. Sain does not want to be remembered only for the way he looks, but for his journey, his courage, and the way he chooses to face life with strength. Sain Mumtaz's story is not only about being different, but also about finding acceptance and self-confidence. He has shown that the things that make someone stand out do not have to become obstacles. They can become an important part of their identity. Through his journey, Sain reminds the world that every person deserves to be seen with respect, because true value is not defined by appearance, but by the way we live and the impact we create. Born in Uganda, Godfrey Baguma grew up with a distinctive appearance caused by an undiagnosed medical condition. During his early years, he faced curiosity and hurtful comments from some people around him. However, instead of allowing those experiences to define his worth, Godfrey chose to move forward with determination and a positive spirit. He found an opportunity in performing arts, where he could showcase his talent and connect with audiences through his own personal story. Godfrey became widely known by his stage name, Sababi, after appearing in entertainment programs in Uganda. His presence attracted attention not only because of his unique appearance, but also because of his sense of humor, performance skills, and confidence on stage. He proved that a person's value should never be judged only by the way they look, because behind every individual is a story filled with dreams, effort, and personal strengths. Godfrey's success came from his courage to step beyond fear and create his own place in society. In his personal life, Godfrey Baguma also built a family and continued pursuing his career in entertainment. His journey is not about overcoming his differences to become someone else, but about accepting himself and living fully with the person he was born to be. Over the years, he has become an inspiration for those who have ever felt different or limited by social judgments. Godfrey's story reminds us that a person's true value comes from their character, resilience, and the positive impact they create in the world around them. Adam Pearson's life took a different path when he was diagnosed with neurofibromatosis type 1, a genetic condition that affects the development of nerve tissue. As the condition progressed, changes in his appearance led him to experience public attention, unfair assumptions, and challenges that many people never have to face. However, instead of allowing the opinions of others to define him, Adam chose to understand his own worth and continue building a life based on his abilities and ambitions. After completing his education, Adam entered the world of media and began using his voice to create positive change. He became a public speaker, an advocate against appearance-based discrimination, and later explored acting, including his role in the 2013 film Under the Skin. For Adam, being in the public eye was not just about building a career. It was an opportunity to show that people with visible differences have their own talents, emotions, and stories that deserve to be heard. What makes Adam Pearson's journey remarkable is not only the challenges he has faced, but the way he has chosen to respond to them. He does not try to hide his differences. Instead, he embraces them as a meaningful part of his identity. Through his work and personal experiences, Adam continues to encourage people to look beyond appearances and recognize others with respect and understanding. His story is a powerful reminder that confidence can help break invisible barriers and create a more inclusive world. When she was young, Izzy Wheel faced a life-changing challenge after a serious infection led to the amputation of both of her legs. From being a child with a typical life, Izzy had to adapt to a new reality and learn how to use prosthetic legs while developing new ways to do everyday activities. The journey was not always easy, but with the support of her family, she gradually rebuilt her confidence and discovered that physical differences could not stop her from enjoying life and chasing her dreams. Instead of focusing on the things that were difficult, Izzy chose to challenge herself through new experiences. She became involved in sports, especially swimming, and showed incredible determination as a young athlete. Through her efforts, Izzy not only proved her own abilities but also helped others see disability in a more positive way. She wanted people to understand that prosthetic legs are not symbols of limitation, but tools that allow people to continue exploring the world. Izzy Wheel's story is a powerful example of adaptability, courage, and determination. She never allowed the changes in her life to define who she was. Instead, she made them part of her journey and growth. With confidence and a positive spirit, Izzy continues to inspire others by showing that everyone has the ability to overcome challenges and create their own unique path to success. Grace Novacek entered the world facing challenges that few people experience. Born with Escobar syndrome, a rare genetic disorder that affects her joints and muscles, Grace has had to navigate life with limited movement and many physical challenges. However, from an early age, she was surrounded by support from her family, who encouraged her to focus on her abilities rather than her limitations. Through her love for music, especially the piano, Grace discovered a powerful way to express herself and show the world that her condition does not define who she is. With determination and passion, Grace developed into a talented young pianist and began sharing her music with audiences. She has performed at special events, appeared on national programs, and used her online platforms to tell her story and raise awareness about disability and inclusion. Through her performances and personal experiences, Grace hopes to inspire others to see beyond physical differences and recognize the potential within every individual. Her journey shows that creativity and passion can create opportunities even when life presents unexpected challenges. Today, Grace Novacek is admired not only for her musical talent, but also for her confidence and positive impact on others. She continues to use her voice to encourage people with disabilities to pursue their dreams and embrace their unique journeys. Grace's story is a reminder that challenges may shape a person's path, but they do not have to determine their future. Through music, courage, and perseverance, she continues to prove that everyone has their own way to shine. From an early age, Rosemary and Christina realized that their skin looked different from the people around them. The twin sisters from Africa both live with vitiligo, a condition that causes certain areas of the skin to lose natural pigmentation, creating unique patterns and differences in appearance. As they grew up, they experienced curious looks and questions from others. However, instead of allowing that difference to become a barrier, Rosemary and Christina learned to embrace themselves and see their appearance as a meaningful part of their own story. Their journey is not only about adapting to changes in their skin, but also about building confidence in a world that often creates narrow standards of beauty. Rosemary and Christina have used their images and experiences to share positive messages about self-acceptance, reminding people that beauty does not have only one definition. Through their visibility, they have helped many individuals living with vitiligo feel understood, represented, and encouraged to express themselves with confidence. What makes Rosemary and Christina's story truly special is not simply the difference in their appearance, but the way they choose to live with it. The sisters continue to pursue their personal goals, build meaningful relationships, and spread positivity within their community. Their journey reminds us that every person carries qualities that make them unique, and that confidence, self-respect, and the way we face life are what truly define the beauty of an individual. In 2009, an ordinary day turned into a life-changing moment for Charla Nash, a woman from Connecticut, after she visited a friend. The unexpected incident left her facing severe injuries and began a long journey of recovery. After the tragedy, Charla not only had to undergo multiple complex medical procedures, but also had to learn how to adapt to an entirely new way of living. Despite the countless challenges ahead, she maintained a strong determination to rebuild her independence and move forward one step at a time. The years that followed became a period of incredible effort and adjustment for Charla. She had to adapt to changes in her appearance, mobility, and many aspects of her daily life. However, instead of allowing the tragedy to define who she was, Charla chose to focus on healing and creating a future beyond what had happened. With support from her family, medical professionals, and the community, she continued her recovery journey. In 2011, she underwent a groundbreaking face transplant procedure, offering new hope and helping improve her quality of life. Over time, Charla Nash's story became a powerful example of resilience and the human ability to adapt in the face of unimaginable circumstances. She is remembered not only for the tragedy she experienced, but also for the courage she showed by sharing her journey with the world. Charla has spoken about the importance of medical research, support for people recovering from severe injuries, and the impact of compassion. Her journey reminds us that behind every extraordinary circumstance is a person with dreams, emotions, and the desire to live a meaningful and independent life. Born in Senegal, Koudia Diop grew up with a unique physical feature that often attracted curious attention from others: her naturally very deep skin tone. As a child, she faced teasing and sometimes felt different from the people around her. However, instead of allowing negative comments to define her, Koudia gradually learned to appreciate and embrace her own beauty. That confidence became the foundation that helped her overcome social barriers and begin a journey of discovering her own value. After moving to France and later building her career in the United States, Koudia Diop began gaining recognition in the fashion industry. With her distinctive appearance and positive message about diversity, she quickly became an inspiring figure on social media. Koudia became known by the nickname Melanin Goddess, not because she was different from the world, but because she proudly celebrated her natural skin color. She used her platform to encourage people to love themselves and recognize beauty beyond traditional standards. Koudia Diop is more than a model. She is a symbol of confidence and self-acceptance. Her journey shows that the differences that once made her feel out of place can become her greatest strength. She reminds the world that beauty goes beyond traditional standards and can be found in what makes each person unique. Through her story, she continues to inspire others to embrace themselves and take pride in who they are. If Kudia's story inspired you, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more incredible stories of courage and individuality. Some things that once make a person feel out of place can eventually become the most meaningful part of their life story. For Bashir Aziz, that journey began with the changes on his skin caused by vitiligo. Growing up, he faced curious looks and judgments from people who did not fully understand his condition. Those moments were not always easy, but over time, Bashir realized that his appearance was not something he needed to hide. He began to see the unique patterns on his skin as a natural part of his identity, rather than something that should make him feel insecure. As he grew older, Bashir Aziz decided to step beyond his comfort zone and share his story with a wider audience. He entered the fashion industry, where individuality can become a powerful source of inspiration. Through modeling, Bashir not only expressed his personal style, but also helped expand the way people view beauty and diversity. He wanted to show that beauty is not limited to familiar standards, but can also be found in confidence, authenticity, and the way people embrace who they truly are. Bashir Aziz continues to use his story and public image to promote confidence and self-acceptance. His journey is not just about living with vitiligo, but also about breaking social barriers and finding strength within himself. He has shown that being different is not a limitation, but something that can make a person stand out. His story reminds us that everyone has their own kind of beauty, and true appreciation begins with respect and acceptance. From a young age, Cynthia Murphy learned to navigate life with a physical difference that made her stand out from those around her. Growing up was not always easy, as she experienced curious stares and moments when others did not fully understand her. Like many people who feel different, Cynthia faces challenges in building her confidence. However, as time passed, she began to see that her uniqueness was not something to hide, but a part of what made her who she was. As Cynthia grew older, she discovered the strength that came from accepting herself. Instead of focusing on how others viewed her, she chose to embrace her individuality and share her experiences with others. Through her story, Cynthia hopes to remind people that a person's appearance is only one small part of who they are. True value comes from character, dreams, kindness, and the courage to live authentically. Cynthia Murphy's story is a powerful example of how accepting yourself can build confidence and inner strength. Rather than allowing her differences to define her limitations, she has turned them into part of what makes her unique. Her journey encourages people to see beyond outward appearances and recognize the value in every individual. Through her example, Cynthia inspires others to embrace themselves and treat those around them with greater kindness, respect, and understanding. Alison Midstocker's life began with a challenge she never chose, being born with Treacher-Collins syndrome, a rare genetic condition that affects the development of facial features and hearing. During her childhood, Alison went through multiple surgeries and learned how to adapt to the changes in her body. Despite the difficulties she faced, she was surrounded by the love and support of her family, who helped her understand that her appearance could never define her true worth. Over time, Alison built her confidence and learned to see herself with pride and appreciation. As she grew older, Alison chose not to hide behind her differences, but instead stepped into the spotlight. She pursued modeling and acting, giving herself the opportunity to share her story with a wider audience. Through her work, Alison helped challenge traditional ideas of beauty and showed that unique faces deserve to be seen and celebrated. She wanted people to understand that true beauty is not created by fitting into certain expectations, but by confidence, individuality, and the courage to embrace who you are. Today, Alison Midstocka continues to spread a message of acceptance and the importance of celebrating diverse beauty. Her journey is not only about living with a rare genetic condition, but also about overcoming personal and social barriers to discover her inner strength. Alison has shown that differences do not have to stop someone from achieving their dreams. Instead, they can become the very qualities that make a person remarkable. Through her story, she encourages the world to see beauty with more openness, respect, and understanding. Born with spina bifida, Lucy Castillo faced challenges with mobility from the very beginning of her life. However, instead of allowing her wheelchair to become a barrier, Lucy has always looked for ways to explore the world and experience new adventures. With the support of her family, she gradually built her confidence and discovered that there were countless things she could achieve beyond the limitations others might see. Lucy's passion for sports opened the door to an extraordinary journey. She has explored activities such as wheelchair basketball, adaptive skateboarding, and surfing, proving that physical differences cannot stop someone from pursuing what they love. Each new experience has helped Lucy become stronger while inspiring others to see possibilities instead of limitations. Today, Lucy Castillo is known as a young girl full of energy, curiosity, and confidence. Her story reminds us that the greatest barriers are not always found in the body, but often in the way we view ourselves. With determination and belief in her abilities, Lucy continues to prove that everyone has their own unique way to shine. If Lucy's journey inspired you, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more inspiring stories of courage and determination. In 2005, Laxmi Agarwal's life changed forever when she became the victim of an acid attack at just 15 years old. The incident caused severe injuries to her face and deeply affected many aspects of her life. In the early days after the attack, Laxmi faced a difficult journey of adapting to her physical changes, dealing with public reactions, and rebuilding her confidence. However, instead of allowing that painful experience to define her future, she chose to rise above it and discover her inner strength. As she grew older, Laxmi began using her voice to fight against acid violence and the stigma faced by survivors. She became involved in awareness campaigns, advocated for stricter control over acid sales, and supported others who had experienced similar situations. Through her efforts, she helped bring greater attention to this issue and showed that survivors should not be defined by their scars, but by their courage, resilience, and the strength they carry within. Over the years, Laxmi Agarwal has become recognized as a social activist and a symbol of resilience. Her story is not only about a painful experience, but also about reclaiming her voice, rebuilding her confidence, and embracing the right to live a meaningful life. Through her work, Laxmi continues to inspire people with a message of acceptance, dignity, and the strength to never give up on themselves. She has shown that a person is not defined by what happened to them, but by the courage they find in choosing how to move forward. In 2012, when she was only 15 years old, Lalita Benbansi experienced a life-changing moment after becoming the victim of an acid attack. The incident completely changed her life, leading to a long process of medical treatment and emotional recovery. During the early years, Lalita faced many challenges as she adapted to her physical changes and dealt with the reactions of society. However, with the support of her family and her own determination, she slowly rebuilt her confidence and learned to see herself beyond what had happened to her. After years of healing, Lalita Benbansi chose not to let her past define her future. Instead, she focused on rebuilding her life, finding happiness, and showing that people can discover love, hope, and new beginnings after difficult experiences. Her story highlights an important message. A person's value is never determined by their scars or the challenges they have faced, but by their strength, courage, and the way they continue moving forward. Through her journey, Lalita reminds the world that everyone deserves the chance to start again and live a fulfilling life. When Nathaniel Newman was born, he began life with a unique challenge: Treacher-Collins syndrome, a rare genetic disorder that affects the development of facial features and hearing. His early years included medical treatments and surgeries designed to support his health and improve his quality of life. But the most important thing his family gave him was not only care and support, but also the belief that he could step into the world with confidence and be valued for who he truly was. Growing up with that encouragement, Nathaniel gradually learned how to face the attention and curiosity of others while becoming more comfortable with himself. He shared his story through media appearances to help people better understand Treacher-Collins syndrome and those who live with visible differences. Nathaniel does not want people to see only his medical condition. He wants them to recognize the person behind it, someone with his own personality, emotions, dreams, and abilities. Nathaniel Newman's journey shows that being different does not prevent someone from living a meaningful life. Through his confidence and positive attitude, he has become an encouragement for others who may feel like they do not belong. His story reminds us that appearance is only one small part of who a person is, while courage, kindness, and dreams are what truly define their value. Finley. Even before he was born, Finley had already begun a unique journey when his family discovered that he had lymphangioma, a rare condition involving the lymphatic system. After birth, the effects of this condition meant that Finley needed specialized medical care and support to help with his breathing. The early days were filled with uncertainty for his family, but they also revealed the incredible strength of this young child. With love from his family and support from medical professionals, Finley continued to overcome challenges as he grew and developed. As he grew older, Finley continued receiving care from his family and Julia's House, an organization that supports children with complex medical needs. Although he faced challenges that were different from many other children, he still found happiness in the simple moments of everyday life. Finley's story is not only about living with a rare medical condition, but also about the power of love, resilience, and the importance of cherishing every moment. His journey reminds us that every child has a unique story and deserves to be valued, understood, and celebrated. At just 4 years old, Mateo de Jesus Marquez Juarez from Mexico faced lymphangioma, a rare condition that caused unusual changes to his appearance. These differences once led to curious looks and hurtful comments from some people around him. However, behind those challenges was a young boy with a strong spirit, surrounded by the love and protection of his family. With medical care and the support of those who cared for him, Mateo continued to grow and experience life in his own way. His story reminds us that every child deserves to be seen with understanding, kindness, and respect, because a person's appearance can never determine their true value. Born in 1970 in England, Warwick Davis entered the world with a unique challenge after being diagnosed with spondyloepiphyseal dysplasia congenita, a rare condition that affects bone development and height. From an early age, Warwick faced obstacles that many others never experienced, but his family helped him understand that being different did not mean being limited. His passion for acting developed at a young age and became the motivation that led him toward a career many people never expected him to achieve. Warwick Davis received his breakthrough opportunity when he was cast in Star Wars: Return of the Jedi in 1983, opening the door to a successful career in the film industry. He later became known for memorable roles in productions such as Willow and Professor Flitwick in the Harry Potter series. Beyond his acting talent, Warwick has helped change the way Hollywood views performers with different appearances, proving that skill, dedication, and creativity are not defined by physical characteristics. Alongside his successful career, Warwick Davis has also become known for his positive attitude and efforts to support the disability community. Together with his family, he has been involved in initiatives that raise awareness about genetic conditions and promote inclusion. Warwick's story is not only about becoming a celebrated actor, but also about showing that the qualities that make someone different can become their greatest strengths. Through his life and work, he has proven that talent and opportunity can overcome many barriers. Born in Uruguay, Mauricio Saravia was an artist, known not only for his colorful paintings, but also for his journey of living with fibrous dysplasia, a rare condition that affects bone development. Despite facing health challenges throughout his life, Mauricio never allowed his condition to limit his creativity. Instead, he found freedom through art and used painting as a way to express his emotions, perspectives, and the world he carried within himself. Later in life, Mauricio moved to Los Angeles, where he continued developing his artistic career and became part of a vibrant, creative community. He participated in art events, exhibitions, and cultural activities, leaving a lasting impression through his unique artistic style. Mauricio Saravia's story is not only about an artist with a remarkable talent, but also about the power of passion and determination. His journey shows that life's challenges do not have to prevent someone from following their dreams, and that creativity and individuality can help every person leave their own special mark on the world. Every person carries a story that goes beyond what the world can see. The journeys we shared today remind us that differences are not something to hide, but a part of what makes each individual unique and valuable. From overcoming challenges to embracing their true selves, these remarkable people have shown that confidence, kindness, and determination can create powerful change. Their stories encourage us to look beyond appearances and appreciate the strength within every person. What do you think about these incredible journeys? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you can continue discovering more inspiring stories from around the world.